World War III map. This right here is a potential map of World War III, both the Allies for the American side and the Axis, which in this case would be the Chinese aligned side, as well as neutral countries. Now, I don't agree with all of them, but let's go through this right here. Now, World War III, as you can see the US versus China, allies on each side, and then the neutral countries. So here's the thing. I don't think that Cuba would actually side fully openly and declare war on the United States, because they would quickly be invaded and taken over if that happened. While they definitely would side with them in a Cold War, I think they would actually end up staying neutral. Similarly, the Philippines are not siding with the Chinese. The Filipinos do not like the Chinese. The Chinese have been harassing them for decades. The Philippines is actually a strong American partner in the region. I would actually not be that surprised if the Vietnamese sided with the Americans against the Chinese, because the Chinese are constantly pushing themselves into the South China Sea, trying to take territory and territorial waters away from the Vietnamese and the Filipinos, as well as everybody else in this region. So it would not surprise me if in a World War III scenario, the Vietnamese actually sided with the Americans. However, overarchingly, I think that there would be quite a lot of neutral countries that would just choose to stay out of it. I would imagine most of Africa would just be like, this is not our problem. And if there was a potential for a World War III scenario, I think the most important thing for the United States and their allies to do is try and prevent Russia from entering the war on the side of the Chinese. This isn't often discussed. However, Nixon really worked hard on separating the Chinese from the Russians in the Cold War, thus weakening the Soviet Union. Now, the strengthening ties between the United States and China have later led to issues with trade. However, overall, I think that by allying ourselves at least a little bit with the Chinese helped end the Cold War sooner. If we could prevent them from becoming allies directly, I think overall any type of war scenario would be, one, less likely, and two, easier to win. But let's just hope this war never happens.